Well, today we're gonna head out to Maker's Mark here. So this is a
Out to Loretto, Kentucky.
That's right. This is a private pick that was done with Makers. This was given to us by a friend of the show, and this bourbon group actually got to recreate a Maker's pick they did a while ago. They first went to Makers and made this pick, and they used one of the staves they used was the Roasted French Mocha stave. They used 4 of those in their recipe. And then after they made this pick, shortly after that, Makers discontinued that stave. So they finally got their bottles a few years ago, and then we're passing them out, and the pick became wildly popular. Like, admittedly, I got to try it, and that and the Makers Cellar Age 23 are the 2 best Makers I've ever tried. So they were harping on Makers, trying to get another barrel pick done with the same recipe. And for years, Makers said, sorry, it's discontinued. We're not doing it. For whatever reason, Makers let them recreate. They brought back the discontinued stave and let them recreate the same exact barrel pick by recipe. So that's what we have here is version number 2 of this barrel pick. And like I said, the first one was one of, if not the best Makers I've ever tried. So I'm excited to see what we got.
Smells like a chocolate cream saver on the nose.
It does. There's like a big cocoa note that jumps out of there, which is not super typical for me on Makers. Normally, we're talking butterscotch.
Is that sort of
I get a
mocha
wine
kind of
thing
situation?
Maybe. I think it is. I'm getting more of like toasty, like a toasted marshmallow thing on the top of that.
I could get a little toastiness on it for sure.
It's soft. It's creamy to me.
Yeah, it's like cream saver. That's why I said that. It just smells creamy.
And yeah, definitely like cocoa.
Yeah. That's probably...
Milk chocolate.
I could get there, yeah.
Yeah. French cuvee. Stave that's in there as well. So we're talking...
How do you say it? Is it cuvee or
Cuvee.
Cuvee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I always say cuvee. I didn't know.
Okay.
It's cuvee.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Cuvee.
Fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
I figured I was going to be the one that was wrong on that one for a change.
I mean, it's definitely got darker profile to me than regular Maker's Mark.
I personally think these are the best Maker's Mark.
Me too. The private selections, I mean, there's some wild differences in them, but I do think they're head and shoulders above a lot of the other Maker's products.
That is
other
very
than Cellar
drinkable.
Age.
It has a big hug for, what 111 proof.
It is a little warm, but it's pleasant for sure. It's sweet. It's got...
Yeah.
I get a little of a fruitiness that I don't get off of Makers a lot.
It tastes different on the palate to me. It tastes more like classic bourbon-y than
I was literally what I was about to say.
It's more like I get like a tobacco note even on it, kind of.
I get like a cinnamon apple big time.
It's
Which
very
I've never
drinkable.
picked up on a
Yeah, I was expecting it to taste completely different from the nose, and it like just has more classic like
There's
leather.
This one.
Yeah,
would,
there's definitely
I will
a
tell
leather
you.
in it.
Leather, yeah.
I will tell you for sure. If you gave me this blind, I would not pick it out as a Maker's.
I don't know. The nose might give it away.
I don't know. Not for me. It's
It doesn't have that.
super weedy.
Yeah, it was like that grainy.
I might not guess it on the palate, but the nose at first I might be like,
I feel like normally when you and I are talking Makers, I get this like tawny wine, port wine thing, and you get butterscotch.
Butterscotch,
And then we
yeah.
start talking, is this a Makers? And there's none of that.
then we're
That's
just
why this is just different Makers to me. This one is, I'll tell you what, I had the first one, and like I said, phenomenal Makers. The best I've probably ever had. This isn't quite as good as the first one to me, but it's pretty dang good.
I love the nose of it. I keep going back
Yeah.
to the nose. I love the nose of it.
I think I like it more with.
And it's
more,
got some
the
really
more
nice
time I'm
color,
spending
too.
with it, the better it's getting to me. It really does have a tobacco note, and I don't know I've ever picked that on a Maker's.
No.
Ever.
I
That's
get a
a
little bit more
Sazerac
leather
note
than I
for
get
me.
tobacco, but
Leather, tobacco, a little bit of chocolate maybe.
It tastes like a way better Blanton's.
I like it's really the initial sweetness.
reminds me
Yeah, I like it better than Blanton's, but I like a heck of a lot of other things.
I just
Blanton's.
the tobacco note I'm picking up on my mid palate is the same exact one I pick up on Blanton's.
Yeah.
That's why it's reminding me of that.
I think it's got some more sweetness, but and I say sweetness, and I'm just struggling to like pin down exactly what that sweetness is. Like it had, when you say like the classic bourbon stuff,
Yeah.
that really sort of resonates.
Yeah,
But
I think so too, which surprised me a little bit from the nose.
I think it's got this like hard candiness to it too, towards the back of the palate to me. Like
I don't get that.
I don't know, like almost root beer barrel, but not quite.
all in all, it's very nice.
Yeah, I mean it's good.
It's
solid.
really good, and I will
Yeah.
definitely drink this again. Thank you,
Yeah.
Murphy, for sharing this.
Yeah, and the pick experience there, like I've done this myself, and it's one of the most surprising experiences that I've had.
I mean, it's one of the most beautiful facilities.
Yeah, they give you like
There
a
is.
3-course lunch. The tour is awesome. The blown glass is awesome.
You do the picking.
It's a beautiful site.
You do the pick in the cave.
Like it's up there amongst
Yeah.
the more beautiful spots
Yes.
in all of bourbon as well.
It absolutely is, and the amount of
Creek
money
running down
they've
there, yeah.
reinvested into themselves is pretty staggering, and they have the most state-of-the-art facility, I believe,
Yeah.
here in Kentucky. For
Do they? I didn't know that.
I think they do nowadays.
Oh, I
With
thought that was
but I could be.
Whiskey
That could
House.
just. That could, okay, yeah, Whiskey House.
Whiskey House had that.
Okay, that could be. They're newer to the scene, and they did spend a ridiculous amount of money. So Whiskey
Yeah.
House might be that.
Yeah,
Maybe Makers was that before.
I think it's
So
fully
this,
automated and stuff.
just to be clear, unlike the picture they have on the side of the bottle, that stave profile is the barrel is made from those particular staves. And just to be clear, they do list what all the staves are on this one. So French Cuvée,
Okay.
there we go. 2 of those, 4 roasted French Mocha staves, there we go, and 4 toasted French spice staves in that one as well. It can be a tiny bit leading because you can't necessarily see it on camera, but they have this lovely picture on the side of the bottle here where you just have a bunch of staves stacked in a barrel. So it's not like they made a barrel, then toasted a bunch of staves, and put it in the barrel with the bourbon or anything like that. But yeah, so I'm assuming they...
I don't know that I would pick this out as a French oak either. Normally, I get like a really soft on the side of my tongues. There's like the way it rolls on the side of my tongues on a French oak
Yeah.
is so different than how this is drinking. This shoots straight down the middle of my palate like a wheat. But other than that, it doesn't have any wheat notes really. It's not like red fruity.
Yeah, it definitely, like you said, it definitely doesn't have that typical Maker's profile to it at all.
I think I would drink a lot more Makers personally if this was like the standard of it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This is...
It's good.
It's interesting. It's good, and they don't age state, but I'm assuming this is 5 to 7. Like it's got a little age to it.
I think the base of these is like Maker's 46, right?
Okay, that would
I'm going to... Yeah.
I'm pretty
a
sure.
French oak.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's probably likely.
Because it's been a while since I did it, but I think they bring you in and you get to try the Maker's 46, which is the base, and then you try each one of the staves to 10. Like if it was all 10 of them, you try the base, and then once you do all that, you start.
Other
Playing
than
around
the
with it.
cellar age, do they have any other age stated products out?
I don't think so.
I'm not hugely familiar with
I mean, they've been
Maker's
around.
line. They've been around for so long.
They've been
but I
around
just got so
forever.
used
I'm
to being,
surprised there's
like-
not like a 15 and an 18 and a 20-year Makers product of some kind. And there's not that I know of ever, right?
If you're listening to this,
But
anybody at
well,
Makers,
and
you
I
felt
know
like-
I know a little bit about why that is because Makers forever until the last 10 or 15 years, their company motto was every drop we distill
Tastes the same.
is Maker's mark. We're
Yeah.
blending it in batches of 381 or 87 barrels, I think,
Yep.
which is kind of a smaller big batch. To fit the exact profile. So for years they were just making one.
I mean,
whiskey.
this
So
is
I
a
guess that's probably
bourbon
why.
that is a global.
But I do
brand
wonder if
in the
we
sense
won't
that-
see that in the next few years.
You think they're as big as like
age-stated Maker.
Jim Beam, Jack Daniels?
No.
Worldwide.
But you can get this in Europe. You can get this in Australia. You can get this in all that stuff. I know my dad, his favorite bourbon is Maker's Mark. He massively enjoyed the experience when he came out to visit me here. He got to dip his own bottle in the wax. In international markets, this is the fancy bourbon purely because of the wax.
Oh, okay.
On the top of it. People see the wax on the top of it, and this bottle, ordinary makers, like just ordinary standard makers, is on average 10 to 15, maybe $20 more expensive than your average bottle of bourbon in the international markets, purely because of the packaging, but also, relative quality of product and all that stuff as well. But yeah.
I think I had heard that when Makers first came out, the Samuels were having an internal argument about waxing the bottle, and the mom of the family said, "No, I want the red wax," and everyone else said no. Mm-hmm. And when they ran the first run, she dipped them in red wax, and it became a thing. And now today, that's what they are known for. Is they are called the red wax, the red top bourbon. I've heard it called red top.
Yep.
And for years and years and years, to me, Maker's Mark had this stigma of your grandfather's bourbon, the Marlboro of bourbon, and it's because it was that like one track. It was that one track thing. Like you knew what you're getting, and it was Kentucky bourbon with wheat this way. This is what you're getting. It's Maker's.
The more I sip on that, the more I like that, I have to say.
And they've really started to rebrand, doing the cellar age launches, these private selections, and I just think the future for Maker's, I think they're catching up a little bit late to what the market shift was, but they've got fascinating juice on hand, and I'm curious to see what they do with it. If they make some new lines.
If they could make a ton, like more like this, this would be huge. This is, like I said, each time I'm sipping this, I'm enjoying it more and more as I go. And if you can make more, not as a standard release, but as release this in batches of a few thousand bottles or something like that, I think you could really sort of pump up the brand a little bit more.
I would have thought Woodford Reserve was the high end on the international market.
It is.
Kind of?
Yeah, it is. It's Makers and Woodford are very similarly positioned internationally. And you do get both of those. But yeah, it's considered a more higher end, and whether that's down to pure packaging or product and things like that, but it just is like, you're in Dan Murphy's in Australia, you're paying probably $15 to $20.
Like in Australia, is it a concern of do people know the difference between like a wheated bourbon and this?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I've said this many times before, but most people's way of consuming bourbon comes not from the bottle itself. It comes in pre-mix cans.
Okay.
24 packs of 12 packs, 6 packs of pre-mix cans.
Every brand comes like that over there?
Yeah, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels. Yeah, I believe you can probably even get Makers. You can probably even get Woodford Reserve cans, premix cans. What a lot of people don't understand about the liquor market outside of the United States is RTDs are huge.
I know Makers put a big push against RTDs, so I don't know that they have one.
Yeah, I mean, but they are, like, you go to a liquor store in the UK, Australia again, Europe, you will have entire aisles dedicated to RTDs, be it vodka RTDs, cocktail RTDs, bourbon and Coke,
but Makers,
rum and Coke.
Maybe we should rethink this. RTD, red wax can.
There we go.
I was just at Heaven Hill.
I think that would sell just for the red wax can.
I was just at Heaven Hill, and I was in the gift shop, and I saw a couple bottles on the shelf, and I was like, did they come out with a new brand? And I walked over and looked at it, and it's ready to drink cocktails in a bottle.
I mean,
a couple new things.
I think everybody's trying to figure out
I think
what
there
they
is
can do
huge
with their product.
growth to be had. If you are a whiskey company and you want to particularly listen to me, there is huge growth to be had in the American RTD market. The American RTD market is massively underdeveloped compared to the rest of the world. And honestly, people here love sweet stuff. They love, that palate is just so suited to the RTD
sugar.
flavor, sugar.
Every
is
time
so suited to the American palate. The idea that I didn't, when I walked into a liquor store here and I didn't see that, I was genuinely shocked.
Every time I go to a trade show event, whiskey stuff, Thornbush Blackberry Whiskey is the busiest damn booth every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, Screwball is any of those flavored whiskeys are very popular products. I sort of, being the whiskey, little bit of the whiskey snob that I am, I would, turn my nose up a little bit at that kind of thing. But if you're talking about sales and you're talking about popularity within the general public, flavored whiskeys really are popular.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we talk, general alcohol market and not just bourbon market, the general American consensus is people drink sweet stuff more.
I mean, we're about to get cinnamon flavored Bookers.
I think we're on the very small skew of the liquor drinkers that are drinking bourbon neat.
Yeah,
pretty much like as what we do.
Yeah,
I think that's less common than people mixing it. So it's not that big of a surprise when I hear Screwball's super popular.
Yeah,
the flavored Crown Royals are so popular.
Yeah. I mean,
you said, the Thorn
green apple, what, Jim Beam or Jack Daniels or whatever it is, the apple one.
All the flavors. It makes sense to me why to the general market that is such an accepted, super selling product. Where to me, I'm like, you couldn't pay me to drink that.
No, I'm not.
It's not my cup.
It's just not my thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the amount of times at my previous employer, people would come in and ask us, "Do you have a peanut butter flavored whiskey, or do you have a blueberry flavor or something along those lines?" Was way higher than I ever expected it to be.
Yeah, I mean,
I had to actually learn where in the nearby vicinity they did actually sell that Screwball particular brand of flavored whiskey, so I could point people towards where they could actually get it.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, so what do you? Okay. Side note.
Yes.
Lockie does not do peanut butter chocolate candy.
No.
What do you think about chocolate peanut butter liqueur?
Yeah, still no. I mean, still no.
Good.
And,
Good. We can agree on that.
Is that even a thing? Is there somebody make that?
I don't know that.
I'm sure it is. Somebody makes it.
Well, we can compromise that. I don't think I would like chocolate peanut butter
liqueur, right? Yeah. I mean, what cocktails are you putting that in? You're making a Reese's peanut butter cup cocktail.
Well,
I mean, I could see it for an espresso martini,
Okay.
like a dessert cocktail.
I love peanut butter, and I love peanut butter and chocolate. I don't know that I want to drink it. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I love chocolate milk.
All right. Well, I'm going to make you a Reese's cup martini next time you come in. And you
I do love chocolate peanut butter milkshake.
I'd love that too.
All right. Maybe there's something to it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Let's spin the wheel and see what we got. So today, sample roulette. Let's see if we can do this. We never fixed the wheel, did we?
No, we
maybe the wheel will fall.
Maybe the wheel will fall apart. I nearly broke it last
episode. It's working better. I don't know.
I think we have to go for a respin because we did 9 last time around.
It's fine. The wheel changes every time.
All right. 9. Okay.
I did forget we lost a part though.
We did. We lost a part.
Yeah. We'll fix that afterwards. But number 9. So Danielle behind the camera again is the only one in the room who knows what we're about to drink. So she's pouring us a blind sample. These samples were sent in by you, the viewership. So thank you so much for sending samples. Please continue to send samples. We actually need some more samples. So if you could be extra proactive right now, this P.O. box right here is where we need them. And thank you so much. This keeps us on our toes. And this can be anything. These can be pours that are, barrel picks you've done or things you've tasted and are like, this is so unique, I want to share it, or this is the worst thing I've ever had, or this is the best thing I've ever had.
Absolutely.
Just send us unique samples, and we're going to drink them blind and try and figure out what we got going on. So, I mean, I'm not offended by the color of this. It's got some dark amber hue.
Mm-hmm. It's got the right notes for the most part.
Okay. It's different.
Okay.
I got a bright green apple, like core of a bright green apple.
Oh, yeah.
Jumped out of the glass.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
William's shaking his head just like...
No, I got to stop listening to him.
We'll get you some noise canceling headphones so we don't have to...
When he says green apple, I immediately think MGP.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally when I hear you say that.
Huh.
I've
never connected that.
We drink together.
I've never connected that dot in my own mind, so it's interesting.
When I hear you say that, I'm like, oh, MGP, right?
I get the first two notes on this were both green to me. I got green apple and then like a Barrett pear or like a what's the green pear?
A pear?
Pears are
Yeah.
green, aren't they?
Well, there's a green pear and
There's
there's
a
like
Oh, there's
a
the
brown
ones.
tan.
Okay, yeah.
And one's a
Fair
Barrett
enough.
pear and one's the other. I don't know.
Oh.
The green pear. But then there's
Yeah.
this is
Really fruity. Really fruity.
it is very
I get the
floral,
pear.
fruity,
Well, because
sweet.
pear and apple are such incredibly similar flavors. Cheaper apple juice will always have pear juice subbed into it to like extend it out
Gotcha.
and that stuff as well. Or you'll have like apple drink that will be
I
like
think it's very brown
40,
sugary,
50%
too,
pear
on the
juice.
nose.
I can't. I keep just some smell. I haven't even tried it yet.
I haven't
And
tried it.
keep getting like it's very fruity, like a
All right, let's try.
white flesh fruit.
Yeah. Pear's definitely there. Apple's definitely there. Okay.
I don't know. The palate is so different than the nose to me.
Oh. Oh.
Kind of is.
I don't get that.
Oh my goodness. What?
Where it smells so bright green,
doesn't
like
drink that
fruity.
way.
Flowers.
It
just-
drinks like dark fruity.
Yeah. Very dark fruity, like floral as well. Like
That is a unique taste. I gotta.
that is, yeah.
It just messed with my mind. So I
It does
gotta
not
go.
present any really classic bourbon flavors to me at all.
It didn't on the first.
There is
pass.
almost no
When I go-
vanilla, no caramel, no any of that
I don't know,
stuff.
when I go back to the nose after it has hit my palate, I'm now getting a caramel note that I was not getting.
See, if you told me that this was like a fruit liquor product rather than a bourbon or a rye, I would.
I don't know if I can get all the way there, but it
Believe
is
you.
it is fruity on the nose. But the palate was all right. Let's revisit.
Oh,
Coming back and getting.
There's like an unexpected leathery thing that happens right at the front. Like it goes so bright to dark as soon as it touches your palate.
what are those called?
It's good. I feel like I don't love the way it finishes. It finishes a little thin, and I'm kind of getting that same thing we talked about recently where I get like on a scotchy, malty thing, I'll get this like late burn here. I'm getting that here, which makes me wonder if it has a higher malt content maybe. I don't know. This reminds... I don't know. This is not a rye. I can throw rye out.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Hawthorne.
Sorry. Okay.
Hawthorne.
So I apologize to everybody. I just had to quickly look at my phone there for a second.
Hell is hawthorn fruit.
So hawthorn fruit is a Chinese berry. It kind of tastes a little bit like a pear. It kind of tastes a little bit sweet. It kind of does all that kind of stuff. And it has a fairly distinct flavor. It tastes probably more like pear than other particular things, but it has that same distinct aftertaste that is in this particular
I have
fruity
to
note.
100% try a hawthorn berry.
Yeah, that's I was racking my brain for it, and finally I
Can you
managed
buy
to get
them
there.
dried in the United States?
I would say so. Yes, if you went on Amazon or if you went on
Publix
some of
might have
those
that.
import sites,
Or I
I
wonder
mean,
if
I've
they have it
never,
at, like, the
I've never
Asian
heard
supermarket.
of a hawthorn berry, so
Yeah.
I cannot fathom the
they
taste. I don't know what it looks like.
often come in China. You would get them like candied, like a candied
What does
apple.
it look like?
So it's oblong shaped. It's about that big. It's probably about an inch
Like
and a half
blackberry-ish
tall. Like red
size?
skin. No, a bit bigger.
Bigger than a blackberry.
A bit bigger than a blackberry. I'll
Okay.
show you a picture on my phone when we're finished here.
Okay.
But yeah, a little bit bigger, probably about inch and a half, 2 inches tall. They have a little seed in the middle of them. Normally they're done on sticks and they dip them in like toffee.
Does it have like
like a toffee apple? Like
is
that
the
same
seed like a
arrangement?
pit? Like it's a big seed?
Yeah, like a
you have
bigger
to
seed.
spit it out?
Yeah. You have to spit it out.
Hawthorn berry.
But it tastes a little bit like a pear. It a little bit sweeter than a pear would traditionally be. But that same, I don't know, woody taste also.
Is that-
you would get?
Just the flavor of the pear. It's not like the mouthfeel of a pear.
No, not
It's
the
more
mouthfeel
like a
of the pear.
berry.
More like a
So it's like
larger
juicy,
berry,
bursty
juicy,
berry,
bursty,
but pear flavored.
Pear flavored.
Wild.
Yeah, and that it took me a little while, but I'm like, this is really something I've had before. I used to buy these from
My
a little
palate
from a
feels-
little market stall down the street.
My palate feels very appreciated at the moment. I need a hawthorn berry.
They kind of look like crab apples.
Crap.
In a way, yeah.
A bigger? Oh, like, okay. Interesting.
That's
Just from what I looked up.
Well, anyway, I don't know what a hawthorn berry is, but
What do you think
I
that
don't know
is?
what I am so confused.
Yeah. I have no idea what this particular.
If
I think it's 10, 11-year-old MGP.
I think the age I can agree on. I think we're talking 10 to 12. I feel like I'm getting on the back end that oak tannin thing that tells me there's some age. It's complex enough that these flavors didn't develop in 4 to 6 years. So this is 7 to 12 years old to me.
I think it's like,
The only thing that makes me question if it's not closer to that 7, 8 year instead of 10, 12 year is it's a little thin. Like I'm not getting like super oil off of this. I'm getting the flavor like it's old. It has a lot of complexities, but it's thin and goes way differently than an older bourbon would to me.
I think 110 to 115 proof.
Yeah,
maybe.
110 to 115 proof.
I think this is like 7 to 8 year MGP, a 21%er at just under 120 proof.
I think it's 21% or too, actually. That's
I don't get the high rye.
no.
I don't think this is Kentucky bourbon. I think this is MGP.
I do like
I never noticed that.
I mean,
I'm
I do
curious.
like it.
If this is MGP, I'm gonna make a hardcore mental note about this green apple thing that you just brought
Yeah.
to my attention because I've never noticed that about myself, and you obviously have. So I'm glad you brought it up. Any other guesses?
No.
What do we got? Frey Ranch, 4-grain, 6-year, 138.14.
Oh, wow,
This is
that-
the Frey and Loathing in Florida pick.
Okay.
So Frey Ranch to me, this is something that I haven't talked about on camera yet. I'm not sure we've ever had a conversation about Frey Ranch, and I don't know what you guys know about them, but I think what they're doing is incredible. So Frey Ranch is in the middle of the desert out west,
Okay.
and
Hence the name.
from what I've heard, I haven't been there. I haven't seen it with my own eyes. I've never gone down a rabbit hole of research, so if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments below. But from what I've heard, Frey Ranch grows their own grain,
Okay.
distills their own product,
Okay.
barrels, bottles their own product in the desert. And everything I've had from them has been pretty daggone good. Like this is farm to table bourbon and rye in the desert. Are they in Nevada or
close to Reno.
Reno? Yeah, so Nevada. And everything I've had from them is wonderful. This family, I would like Frey Ranch, if you guys want to do something together, come out here. We'll go out
Yeah.
there. We should do something because I think what you're doing is incredible and more people need to know what your brand is. So wherever this sample came from, thank you
Thank
whoever
you so
sent
much for
it.
sending that in. That
It's
was
fascinating.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
It drinks older than 6 years, as
Yep.
we
I think
discussed.
I dig that for sure.
It drinks way lower than 138 proof.
Yes.
And normally, if you give me 4-grain bourbon, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Me
Yeah.
either.
I don't know why. It just doesn't connect with my palate, but I would never have guessed this is 4-grain bourbon. This tastes like classic Kentucky bourbon, 6-year small batch in a desert at 138 proof. Or maybe it's a single barrel. I don't
There you
know.
go.
It's for single barrel, I think. Most of the picks are single barrels, yeah.
Man, good job, Frey Ranch.
I've been down this rabbit hole already. I tried a bunch of their products. It's good stuff.
I've had good ryes and bourbons from them, and like
I thought
their
the-
shelf for small batch is solid.
I thought the barrel proof rye picks were single barrels were better than the bourbons in my experience with them.
Yeah,
I had a lot
and
of
I'll
good
agree with
bourbons,
that,
too, yeah.
and I really like their bourbons. I just think their ryes are really good.
I went to Vegas and brought a couple bottles back and then went down
Their
the rabbit
bottles
hole.
are so heavy.
They are so
Oh, the
friggin'
glass
heavy.
is
And
thick
the
on
cork,
Frey Ranch.
there's no way that cork has to cost like $5 or $6 a cork. Like it is so heavy and like it just the bottle, the presentation of it is very nice.
Yeah, I would really like to
My-
get educated further from someone at Frey Ranch about Frey Ranch because the little bit I know, I am so intrigued in the product. I'm blown away with. Like,
When I brought those bottles back when we got to the airport, I had to like do a shuffle in the airport because my bag was too heavy.
like, I need to. Whoever sent this bottle, if you can send me a picture proving that this is distilled by Frey Ranch, and I think
It's all
I
distilled
think
by Frey.
everything by Frey Ranch is right.
Everything
Every
that
drop.
you said is true.
Yeah,
I can't confirm that.
Okay. Like, I think this family in the middle of Nevada in the desert is doing amazing things and nobody's giving
I
them
would have went there already
as
when
big
we went
a
to
due as
Vegas,
they
but
deserve.
I like looked it up and it was like 7 hours from
7 hour
Vegas.
drive.
I was like,
Just a
oh,
casual
no
7 hour
thanks.
drive.
Yeah.
You know, out west everything's a little space station.
Yeah, it was 7 hours from Vegas. I was like, I don't think so.
Well, thanks again to whoever sent this in.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Stay classy, bourbon drinkers.